right, welcome everyone. Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Sk8 the Infinity, Season 1, Episode 9. Let's go against Joe.
Joe and Langa having a good old match. Joe has pulled off a crazy feat of physical feat.
Yep. Hey, DM, you know this agility-based skill? Can I use strength for it instead? You'll have to explain to me how that works.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
we're going to make a 330 degree turn here.
By just, going full tilt, full bore at a wall, and then I just, absorb the shock with my legs and spring off of it. Yeah.
No, sorry, 150 degree. Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yeah, totally. But yeah, all right. Good luck with this, Longa. Obviously, you have taken your skills, your hard work, all the way from being a young kid, all that talent, and applied it to now where people are considering you to be in the upper echelon of things here. Reki is obviously still a bit, jealous and out of sorts with that. But he is here. He's here watching. And this race, while I don't think that Longa's going to lose, I think Longa's going to win.
Longa's going to win.
I still think the results of this could lead to some fun interactions, given that we're now starting to learn a lot more about how Joe is connected to Adam, or Inosuke.
And so, if they did want to have Joe somehow beat Longa, which totally isn't going to happen, but if they did, I would love to see Joe go up against Adam.
I mean, I think we'd love to see Adam go up against everybody. So the fact that this match is happening at all is in some ways a little bit of a tragedy, too.
Indeed.
Yeah. So, y'all, without further ado, let's get into this.
Check this out.
Hey.
These wheel marks are from when I was perfecting my Krail snatchers.
Dang. They're still there. For all this time. Hey.
Nice.
Love it.
Do you realize how many times we've challenged Adam to race since he's returned to Japan?
And he never gets back to us.
Do you think there's a reason for it?
I think he's terrified of having his ass handed to him.
Yeah. I'm not so sure that's it.
He doesn't want to hurt you guys?
I'll have to see for myself.
Let's build up to that matchup, baby.
Yeah.
We were special back then. Okay.
Is that going to be Joe's thoughts as Longa beats him?
Nice, going for max speed, yep.
Oh!
Yeah, that's the turn.
That's right, I forgot he also kind of jumped over the divide.
Sorry, but you're gonna have to bite this one. I'm going up against Adam next.
Damn.
It's clear he's going to do pointless moves despite my warning. His angle is weak too. He had entered at 25 degrees. He could have exited 0.3 seconds faster.
Wow. Okay.
I bet he's just winging it.
Someone press mute.
I love you, Shadow. You're great.
Looks like Joe's about to win.
He's not much of a rival.
Oh.
Why don't you quit crapping on people you don't know? The guy's jumps are freaking beautiful. They're like falling snow in a summer blizzard.
Oh.
I've been watching the entire time. His intuition, his passion, how intensely he loves skating.
Yeah.
You just say you're cheering on Snowboy?
The fact that so many amazing athletes rely on my product is a dream come true.
I'm all in on Joe, obviously.
Yeah.
Look how much smaller their gap is than before. Longa's definitely faster on straightaways.
Okay.
Guess I can pull the trick again.
No.
Wait, is that for real?
What?
You're kidding.
What the hell?
So fast, I don't think I can catch him.
That's insane.
That's wild.
There's some science behind it. You have to minimize air resistance to increase velocity. This flesh rock mountain of a body serves a purpose.
Yeah. But it puts way more tension on the board, though.
My heart isn't racing at all. And this is such an intense beef.
He needs Reki to tell him to go for it.
Whoa, he's slowing down.
Longa's gonna lose.
Look at him, he's still doing it!
There's no way he can win now.
Got that right, bro.
He's here.
Throw your hoodie back!
Yeah.
Show him you're here! Come on!
Snowshoe! I got
You're his fire! Come on!
So much more amazing than that.
Yeah!
Don't give up so damn easy.
Yeah! Yeah, get in the... Oh! Don't lose!
Ricky.
That was all it was, yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Oh, right. That's why.
Skateboarding right now.
Yeah.
What kind of crazy shit is he gonna pull?
Oh, oh. That's love, baby.
Yep.
You're gonna crash, bro.
He's gonna just cut out a
time
whole
to
loop.
fly!
Yeah! Holy shit! I was gonna say, how is he possibly gonna make the distance back up? This is some golden boy shit.
Oh my gosh.
Guess I won.
Here he comes!
Actually trying to catch up.
Nice try.
Joe's still winning.
Wow, and he's already made it up.
Aggressiveness has
Oh, he's gonna try to jump through
Oh
that.
my god.
His own version of the shortest route. Joe's a freaking hero.
Oh my god.
There's a steel beam in the way.
No. No way!
No!
No way!
You're kidding me!
Another ace up that sleeve.
Oh my god!
I think I finally figured you out, my dear. Sweet little longer.
Oh my
I
god!
just went through the rope.
Yep. It's coming back. Yep.
Used it to boost him. Oh my god.
What the hell?
Did he just rip off Joe's power move?
Snow's about to pass him.
Oh!
Not a chance.
Yeah, this is gonna get physical. No, wow. Joe could have probably knocked him off the board right there.
Oh,
that was
sure.
Really, that was some.
Yeah.
That was respect, Joe. I
Yeah.
respect that.
Oh.
Yep. Yeah, he was barely hanging on the board.
Yeah.
Oh, just freaking win. Talk about a comeback.
Joe is a legend.
Yeah.
Well done, Longa, but
That was slick. Using my own tricks against me, huh?
yeah.
What do I do now?
Oh man, hard
Yeah. Perfect. He has to go back to Reki now.
Ah, dude, just buy one.
No, I can't. This is a one of a kind.
I don't think any other will work.
Yep.
I get it. Reki made that. Then I say make him fix it for you.
Yeah.
It'll be all right. You two were buddies, remember? Be quick.
Oh.
All right.
Do you think he could beat Adam?
I guess so.
Reki!
Yeah.
I should be so excited for him.
I need you!
Yeah.
Pissed that it wasn't me. If that's the case, what am I doing here?
It's a good question.
I can't. I don't want to cheer from the sidelines. I want to be skating beside you.
Congratulations, Snow. Really do go above and beyond to exceed my expectations.
Everyone is so quiet.
Yeah.
All right, darlings, why don't we see about the next beef?
Yeah. Me and Cherry, yeah. It's written in the stars.
The only way I'll agree to the race is if I'm guaranteed a good time.
Oh. He's not excited about this.
Yeah.
He was right. He
I like
doesn't
it.
want to do this.
I'll be the one going against Adam.
Okay.
Nice.
Cool.
Nice.
Hurry, it's gonna start any minute now.
That beef you won earlier was ridiculous.
Bro, yeah! Let's go!
We always believed in you.
Let's make a bet. When I end up winning, I'm crushing that stupid controller of yours.
It's Cherry.
Then there's no need to bet, is there?
Whoa. Okay.
I've been waiting for this. Best of luck to you.
You're not the one I wanted to fight.
You've been dodging a beef against me for a long time. You know it's true.
Cherry!
Search your feelings.
Back
Oh.
off, needy gorilla.
Oh!
Don't fret about Adam. I'll ruin him.
If you lose, I'll never stop laughing at your ignorance.
Not that it isn't adorable.
Yeah, yeah.
But how long does the little comedy act go on?
Please be careful.
Oh.
He's not the competitor he used to be.
Okay.
All right.
You gonna put him in the hospital too, Adam?
Oh my God.
All right.
The same speed, the same ferocity.
The same moves.
Yep.
Ricky, are you here?
Okay, Adam's already pulling ahead a little bit.
Carla, where is the next corner?
15 meters ahead.
I don't feel like waiting that long.
Oh.
Adam's getting ready.
Okay.
Planning to do his thing.
Yeah.
Because this is also the least dangerous time to do it.
Yeah.
Before they've gathered like a shit ton of speed.
He closed his eyes.
Yeah.
If he doesn't watch, he won't be blindsided by the illusion.
Carla, please.
Yeah.
Entry angle.
Yeah. Let's go, Carla.
All right.
2, 1.
Oh. Yep. Yep.
Is that an actual method?
Something I've seen him do only because he is able to properly execute it with assistance.
Yep. Yep. It's basically a 2-on-1. So now Adam has to catch up all that speed, that distance. Okay. Oh.
Why would he pull that now?
I mean, Adam's played dirty.
For myself.
Yeah.
What's your heart really made of?
Yeah. Do you really have a death wish? Do you?
The squad shot.
Oh shit. I love it. So they do these little mini competitions to like basically like stunt on each other.
Everyone was enchanted by you. You pulled us along.
Yeah.
We
Wow.
forgot about time.
Oh, that's a good line.
Uh-huh. Whoa. Whoa. Damn.
Adam, you're taking your hood off?
It doesn't matter if you see me. We're friends, aren't we? I trust you guys.
All right. Let's test that.
Adam's behind now?
Way to pull up, Jerry.
I can still see right through you. High speed mode.
Okay. Okay. A spoiler?
No, Adam. You can't defeat me if you're so willing to provide mercy leads.
Entry angle 11 degrees.
Oh my God.
You sure about that?
I was just leaving.
I'm good.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
He never used to skate as dangerously in the past. This is new, but I do know that now,
Yeah.
I don't want anything to do with the creep.
Okay.
Mr. Inosuke has changed.
Yeah. Wow.
It's my fault.
Oh. Wow. Okay. So then Adam picks up the pace. Yep.
Yep. He's gonna do it.
I suggest you don't get too cocky.
Don't you be too optimistic.
Whoa! What? Jesus! Just.
Okay.
As always, your skating has no surprises. The reason I never responded to your challenges was because I simply find you boring.
Well, you couldn't beat his skating.
Yep.
Snow, you truly are the most wonderful gift. I've been waiting for this, the day I find my missing piece. Here you are, my Eve.
You're Eve.
Okay, yeah, let's end the episode there. I mean, if you can throw firecrackers,
Right, and that's
there's no fucking rules,
right,
you know?
and that's where it's the okay. That works in Redline. There are certain things like the whole the thing of the dudes with the snap batons.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Well, I mean, there's no rules.
Right.
It's just get to the end first, you know? So, yeah, you can get off your board. He might dodge you, and then you've lost, like, clearly.
Yep.
But damn, that's the real you, Adam. Mm-hmm. Right there. Hopped off the board
and just
let loose a
clocked
whole bunch of pent-up emotion into into violence there.
Yep. In before the new taser meta.
Who sneaks out of a hospital?
Okay.
Fine, okay. It's just a scrap. Not like you'd ever have the courage to fight Adam.
Yeah, I would have won.
Even though you lost against a rookie.
You know that's no ordinary rookie.
There's
Excuse
nothing
me.
else in here.
Well, that's because it's BYOB now.
Injured, you soulless pig.
And I'm supposed to care. Is a white okay?
Aw. Drank a whole bottle. Out.
Adam is currently skating all by himself, you know?
Yeah.
He's not happy right now. That's why his matches end with violence and pettiness. At least we got this. We're not alone.
Yeah.
Know what I mean?
Ting.
Yeah. Mon ami.
Kaoru.
Yeah, there we go.
Perfect. All right.
Okay.
Getting to have Kaoru and Joe go on a little bit of a journey together here, even though they're not the ones actually racing together.
Right.
Was really fun. And having their relationship get tested through this experience was really good, given that we see just how intensely Adam pulled them along with how, honestly, just, how seductive his skill was.
Yep.
How seductive his talent was. The line that they just lost track of time.
Yeah,
Like-
because of course you do. You know, youth is wasted on the young, after all, right? Like that's how it goes. That is normal and natural, right? And now you're not young anymore. Well, okay, you're not kids anymore.
You're not old any. Well,
Yeah.
you're not old, but yeah.
You're right, exactly. You're not kids. So now that you're grown-ups and everything, how does that still fit, right? And well, the answer is it doesn't really.
No.
At least definitely not for Adam. And they don't fit in the way no, Adam's not even doing things how he used to back then. If he was, this would be fine, right?
And it would be fun, actually.
But he's not.
It would be a joy to, skate alongside him and feel the micro movements, the distance being so minimal, and the joy and the passion on display. But now it's the I've always resented the fact that you chased after me and you tried to mimic me and you took everything that you could, but you never brought anything of you into this. And it's like, oh, shut the fuck up, Adam.
Right.
Like, oh, please, you who absolutely is so tortured and broken that you hide behind layers and layers of shit, and then you take your hood off, and that's like some dramatic, I'm being vulnerable now. And it's
right. It's the
God. Oh my God.
controlling just how much vulnerability you'll show to basically keep people around.
Yep.
You know, it's
Classic manipulator.
Yeah.
Classic manipulator.
And the fact that so there's a part of me that's torn here.
Right.
Because on the one hand, him clobbering Cherry with the skateboard is a perfect representation of that. It's in perfect contrast to Joe's situation that you pointed out of how in his race with Longa, he had opportunities to be dirty, but this is about skating, obviously. So no, don't do that, right?
Yeah.
And the extreme that you go to, right? We see it all the time with like Shadow and him being the heel, and so it's like all done for laughs, right?
Yeah.
You know. But then, when you get people with snap batons that are gonna try and beat the shit out of Longa, okay, it doesn't work, and so fine. But if it had worked, it's like, good job,
Yeah.
And so then, yes, Adam, you do that, and you're so convinced that you're the better skater that you then don't actually win by skating. Like, you might as well have pulled out a taser or a gun and just shot him.
Right.
Like, that's
because that's who he is.
Right.
That's who he is. We can talk all we want about tragic pasts and masks and things like that, but who he is right now is the kind of person that lures people to death-defying places so that they might be worthy of me. Just to give them a little bit of a test, because I am so self-absorbed because I'm scared of actually the vulnerability leading me to actually being hurt again that I've gone so far down the path of narcissism.
Right, and I love that even the facade drops, because with the stuff that he did before, there's the theoretical deniability of like but they actually just couldn't make the turn.
Sure.
Oh, this is me just basically playing chicken with them because they don't have the guts. And so then they wipe out and haha, I knew they wouldn't be able to do that, and so then I win. And now it's the like, no, this is actually just you're just
mask
assaulting
off.
somebody,
Mask
right?
off.
Like, mask off.
It's a mask off moment, and it's so good to have this kind of moment for your antagonist well before the finale of the season, because it needs to be clear, not just to us, the audience, obviously, but it needs to be clear to the characters that are seeing they're beginning to see the intricacies of Adam, because it can be rather alluring to see this legend basically somehow pulling ones over on these also legends of skateboarding.
Yep.
But then to see no, that was pathetic. And I almost think it's intentional that they showed how much Longo was not actually focused on the match and was actually just looking for Reki.
Yeah.
Showing that in a lot of ways he's choosing Reki over Adam, but also he's not going to necessarily see or even hear about what Adam did.
I think he'll hear about it.
Well, again, it's the episode's not focusing on it.
Sure, yes,
but it's right now. He was not actually looking. He did not see that happen.
Yep.
Or if he did, I must have missed it. But he ended up spending all of his time looking for the person.
Because he had his priorities straight.
Right.
Yeah. And also, I want to throw out the idea that when Adam was like frustrated that like, oh, he's up against Cherry, and he has this whole thing of, oh, I find you boring. I think my original interpretation is that it's he doesn't want to hurt Cherry because they were really good friends. And with the way that he does things, that's like, he doesn't want to have to use the love hug. And so him doing it earlier, that's kind of like still peacocking, but it's also kind of playing nice, right? But no, it's that I know that because in some ways you're boring about it with your, AI-assisted transforming board, you will
which
actually...
is kind of bullshit,
Which
honestly.
is kind of bullshit, to be fair. Like, that's... I feel you on that one.
Yeah.
But it's actually that you'll be able to match with me to the point where I will have to take the mask off, which was Cherry's whole goal to begin with.
Yes.
And so
he was antagonizing him and being like, hey, like from a relational standpoint, what he was basically doing was he's like, hey, I know your trigger words. I know your buzzwords.
Right.
I know your things that I can say that get under your skin immediately and go, hey, 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 hey. And so from Adam's perspective, if Adam was just a regular ass person, it can be like, bro, what the fuck?
Right.
We're here in a race. Stop trying to dredge up the past.
Yeah.
We've moved on from that. We're no longer a thing. We're no longer connected in that way.
But instead, because Adam's, full narcissist and all that,
exactly.
he doesn't even need to directly antagonize him so
Not
much as
really.
just be like, I'm not playing your game. And then as soon as he's not, okay, I need to clobber you.
Yeah.
Right? And that's also why, if he had gone up against Joe, it would have gone very differently.
Well, right, because he couldn't have done any kind of a physical thing.
Right.
But the part where I think it still would have gone similarly is that Joe is actually not willing to do... he has strength under restraint. Strength, not restrained, but strength...
Controlled.
Under control. And so I don't think he would...
Yeah, he wouldn't respond in kind,
I don't think he would respond with a temple cracking,
No.
right hook or something.
No, like the whole reason that he did it with the other dude is because he wasn't the one that was being attacked, right? They were going after someone else. And
thinking back on that moment specifically, the way he stopped him was just the most it wasn't even like that painful. What he's basically was just doing is like stop. Like,
I'm disorienting you enough that you're going to
you're
wipe
gonna
out.
careen to the side. And
whatever.
You'll be fine, but
right.
You'll not be racing. Yeah. Damn. But okay. I really feel for Kaoru because what we saw in the past was that he was the one that maybe felt the most entranced and pulled in by Adam.
Yeah.
And specifically bringing up hey, we know that you're maybe like some kind of like important like person or what have you. So that's why you try not to maybe bring up your name or maybe your identity or what have you.
Yep.
And so you keep yourself, kind of under wraps. And we get that. Like we're never gonna like pry into your space or what have you, even though we care enough about you that like we want to spend time with you, but also like maybe get to know you. And then he starts to pull back and go, or he pulls the hood back and goes like, well, we're friends, so yeah, I want to start to show bits of myself. And I can totally see the Kaoru ended up at one point falling for him and maybe also tried to do something similar.
Sure.
And ended up maybe not like actually injuring him or something, but like getting him to a point where he's like, whoa, like I'm not about that, and so ended up having to reject Adam.
The when you're that close to somebody, that's when you have the biggest blind spots, right?
Okay.
And so I would not be surprised at all if, because a lot of the people that we've seen at least get hurt by Adam are not Joe and Cherry, they're the people that were with them. It's the, oh shit, we basically let that happen because we're thinking, no, it's fine, they didn't see the signs or whatever, right? And then eventually it's the, oh shit, we need to actually fully like call him on this, but then he's already going to the States. So
I'm just saying this in that I think it's not confirmed in any way, but I think I can extrapolate a little bit that there was a point, probably not ever going to be revealed in any way, but that Kaoru and Adam were like it got that close to where Kaoru almost got injured or went on some kind of crazy race or something like that. Not race, but like some kind of course or something, and that's how they knew about this spot. I don't think that the part where they suddenly were there after seeing the other random fourth guy fall, that they would have been there just because they knew they were going.
Right, it's they already had these suspicions and are there on the, oh no, we need to stop this.
Right, or this is his spot. This is where this is where he took me.
Sure.
I mean, this is very loose theory kind of stuff here, but I just think that we did this episode to show that the connection between Adam and Joe Kaoru is different.
Right.
Like, Joe and Adam were never as close as Kaoru and Adam were.
Right.
Like, they were close in similar ways, but not in the exact same way.
Yeah.
And so I'm kind of a fan of there's some headcanon you have to kind of stretch with this, but that he potentially went on some kind of a one-on-one race or one-on-one course or something like that with Adam.
Right.
And it almost got that bad too.
Right. And even if the details are slightly different because we have to like extrapolate a bit, there's plenty of ammo in the show for us to then use to extrapolate. And even if the details are wrong, it still informs the outcome.
Right. Because I take it in some ways like this is the pain that he would have inflicted on Kaoru if they had gone on the race or the same course. This is the rejection he would have given him at that point in the, I wanted you to be my Eve and you weren't that, or you refused to be that. You rejected me. Whatever that is, I think that the physical violence is the manifestation of Adam's anger and hatred over Kaoru's rejection of him.
I like it.
Whether it was something that Adams fully rejected.
Yeah, because him saying you're boring, that's
obviously Adam's rejection a little bit.
Right. But in my mind, that's entirely a reactive rejection where it's I can't get you to do what I want, and so now I say you're boring. Like, and that's where if you ever are wanting to go toe to toe with a narcissist, just be aware that they will fight dirty and it won't necessarily be over when you think it is, right? So, even though Cherry won, right, in that he full on outed, Adam's true colors and all that stuff to everybody, he still ended up in the hospital. Right? Like that's still a thing that happened. Or,
Carla wheelchair.
Yeah.
What isn't Carla in,
Like it's almost where I feel like the territory is being infringed on of ridiculously wealthy, powerful people, because I don't know how Kaoru has access to all that stuff.
Kaoru is a part of a digital calligraphy business.
Right.
Whatever that is.
Yeah.
And has...
AI and all that stuff,
Right. It's just, he designed the first LLM in this world,
Right. Yeah, right. Right, it's money, power versus, like, political power or whatever.
Well, right, because he's a Diet member, which is basically their parliament of sorts. I believe that's the case. But yes, then having a nice bottle of wine together.
And doing the cheers while he's passed out and can't actually cheers back.
The fact that they are still together, even though they're not necessarily together.
Right.
But no, I love these two as a couple in their skateboarding, but then also as just
their banter
and everything is wonderful.
The fact that Adam was so bothered by their banter at the beginning and is like, "Can we go already?" says the person who took a smoke break when a race had already started. Like, that's just him being bothered by the fact that they're actually still friends. And hey, you're not.
They're stronger together than they were even back then.
They didn't actually need you.
No.
Like you're gone and they're okay.
Yeah. That's probably another reason why he doesn't like the idea of matching them, because he knows if he matches against one of them, the other will show up to cheer them on at the very least.
Sure. Yeah.
So there you go. But yeah, Reki jumped into the lane and yelled Longa's name and cheered him on.
And that was enough.
Yes.
And also, I gotta say, even though it definitely went into like physics defying how were his legs able to handle the 30-foot fall or whatever, I'm glad that they didn't just have him randomly catch back up to Joe, because Joe was
way ahead.
At
least like 10 seconds ahead.
Right. Like
easily.
You don't just start getting faster and then make that up,
Right, and then they had a lot of back and forth within the factory as well, and I liked that as well.
That was
really fun.
That was a very satisfying way for Joe to get beaten by Longa.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, your board's broken. So you got to go back to Reki.
Yep.
And yeah, this is a great way in the story for them to be forced back into an interaction together. But I like that it was Reki calling out to Longa that initiates this eventual reconciling, because they now both have their little bit that they're going to be bringing to the table together where they'll be vulnerable.
Right.
And so I love their dynamic. And it's just like, okay, we're baiting it, we're building it up even more.
But they will
that means it's going to... I mean, reconcile, yeah. But I think it's going to be more than that. I think there might be like declarations. I think there might be full on like.
I'm not necessarily like betting too heavily on it actually being confirmed.
Boards are being built. But
I will be very pleasantly impressed if the show actually makes them a canon romantic couple.
I could. And even if it's just in the like, hey, we've got feelings to sort out, and this is a race right now, and thus they can kind of push it later.
There's a season 2, so like you get
it's like
into that.
It's like either there's a season 2 coming or it's already out. I don't remember which it is, but there's definitely more material than just season 1. I don't remember what it is for sure. But
so you could set up a relationship that then is an ongoing thing in the future stuff.
For sure. But all right, y'all. Thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You got an early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general. Also, be sure to check out our Twitch channel. See if any of that interests you. We'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all
next time.